Hey, good morning everybody. So we're gonna be going with another just a workday shave. So the Savile 3324. Going with the GD, and I think I'll do my storage video for my razor. I'll be putting this one away, so I'll show you guys how I do it. So GD, and then we're gonna be doing something a little bit different today. Gonna be using a pre-shave. This is Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Ice. So it's unscented mentholated pre-shave. And then we're gonna go with Declaration Grooming by Chatillon Luxe, Colonia Balsamica. Balsamica. I was right the first time. So, Declaration Grooming doesn't really need a lather boost. I'm just more interested in the menthol. I love good menthol feel. So we're just set my covers aside real quick. I don't bloom Declaration Grooming. If you can see real quick, it is. Yeah, got some off on my finger. It's real soft. I could easily just put my finger to the bottom of that, and you really don't need a lot. So when I first used Declaration Grooming, I did bloom it, and I loaded it kind of like normal, like a pretty good load, and I just had way too much. Like even after all 3 passes, I felt like I could just keep going with the water. The lather in the brush was almost still on the pastier side, so just to prevent myself from an overload, I don't bloom it. But yeah, so let's get going. I got some coffee today. Different mug. I picked this one up at Disney, and kind of wanted to use it because I did go see Solo yesterday. So this one, and I think it is awesome. So all right, so we'll just get the face wet real quick. And we'll get this pre-shave soap on. So this stuff feels slick enough to the point where I could probably almost just shave with that. So that's great. And I know some people didn't like PAA's all the marketing. I'm kind of new to wet shaving, and so I've been wet shaving for probably a little over, maybe like a year, not quite a year and a half, and just re-wet my brush. And I'm definitely new to the social media part, so I haven't really seen anything that all the stuff that people did complain about, but I mean, I don't really have a problem with it. I understand advertisements get annoying, but at the same time, if you don't put yourself out there, you may not get you know, the what's that here? The customers that you need, and I'm pretty sure Douglas does this full time, so you know, he's gotta make money too. Ooh. Menthol feels great. Yeah, super pasty. So, already gonna add some water. That was a huge dunk, but that should be no problem. But yeah, I can definitely see, too many advertisements leaving a bad taste in people's mouth. Like, I know when I watch YouTube and I see one commercial all the time, or one company's ads all the time, it does get really irritating. So I can sympathize with people who feel like that, but like I said, I have no issues with the advertising, so I really enjoy Douglas's products. I do only have the one soap, the Atomic Age Bay Rum, and so this is my first kind of branching out. I do use the deodorants, the Crown King or the PAA deodorants. I have the matching one for Atomic, and then I've got Planet 9. I had Gondolier or however you say it, and then I just bought the Alt 11. So yeah, the menthol is awesome. And as I said, Declaration Grooming doesn't really need the help, because this is pretty much the lather I get from the soap regardless. So, gonna get started on the first pass. Make sure the hands are dry. And a little bit about Solo. So I saw the trailers, looked pretty good, but I went in with kind of lower expectations for the movie, just because, I wasn't too sure. And normally, unless something really appeals to me, I'll tend to go in with lower expectations. That way, if the movie's good, my expectations have been exceeded. And it's a little funny thing I do, but worked out pretty well in this case. Because, yeah, Solo was actually pretty good. No. so the menthol feels great. I was thinking about using the pre-shave yesterday, but everybody describes Pegasus as more of a fall winter scent, which to my nose I don't really get, because there's nothing particularly warm about the scent. It's not really spicy. It's not woody, which are, to me, the two scents that really make up a fall winter scent, because they give the smell a warmer aspect. And yeah, Grecian horse, or the cologne, it's based after the Pegasus. It wasn't a warm scent to me, and so I personally feel like it's more of a year-round type scent. But everybody's nose is different. But yeah, that Pegasus scent, or Grecian horse, is probably like one of my favorite in my den. I love art shaving sandalwood. So much so that when I was in California, I bought the sandalwood and cedar cologne from AOS, because it actually really matches the soap very well. So, oh man, I need to talk less than 12 minutes in. But yeah, the smell on this on Colonia Balsamica is very just like a good Italian cologne, reminiscent to me of Acqua di Parma. I think I mentioned that when I first got it. I know that for the soap, fine Italian citrus is supposed to match Acqua di Parma, but I do own a bottle, and it didn't quite smell like Acqua di Parma. Like so far, my closest match has been Triple X, but that's the only other Acqua di Parma scent I've tried. But the fine Italian citrus smells more similar to this, to me, which is no problem. But that's just my nose. Who knows? I could be a weirdo. Probably am. Oh yeah, that feels great. Another tough area for me to get BBS sometimes is right here, the edge of my jaw, because that's kind of where the growth starts to really like change directions at like a weird angle. So right here it grows right towards my ear, and my cheeks grow straight down, but right here it's kind of a transition area, so it starts like kind of curving, and it doesn't grow quite the same way as any of my other hair. So yeah, so that spot and the bulb of my chin, along with my neck, are the spots that I have a little bit of trouble getting really BBS. Yeah, with the neck, because my hair grows at an angle this way, it pretty much grows directly straight this way. I haven't found a technique where I can come straight across on my neck, so that gives me a little bit of a problem. I mean, I still get, you know, a DFS shave, a damn fine shave in that area. And in some areas I can get it BBS, but it's just in certain spots. It's just not as clean as the others. So. But somebody should create a meme that I don't know if anybody is familiar with memes, but the first world problems girl that's sitting there crying, and then you always post some kind of dumb first world problem to accompany it, like I don't know, oh, check the store hours online didn't match the store hours at the store, or something, something kind of just like lame like that. So somebody should create wet shaver problems. So like, oh, I can't get completely BBS on my neck because my growth is weird, or something like that. I just think that would be kind of funny. Maybe could use the picture from another cut above from Chris when he smashed his boys on his sink, and Spencer screenshotted it, and I think the face goes something like, so that might be a good one. But weather here has been surprisingly kind of ugly for the past few days. It really looked like it was clearing up. So we've had a pressure system that's been a little north of us for the past, I want to say, like, over 6 months now. Because when I started started instructing back in October, and weather's been pretty crap, honestly. Since I've been home. Um, you know, around the winter time, I kind of expected that's pretty it's pretty normal for the state, but once we get into spring and summer, it really should start clearing up, and it just hasn't. I mean, it was clear for a few days. But you know how most people imagine Hawaii just being a sunny paradise, and it does get like that, but so far, we've had maybe, I think I can count on one hand the amount of days that have been like that in the past 6 months, so but this is just a problem that mainly concerns my work. I mean, I know I have a few buddies in Houston who have been getting absolutely stormed on, and then I know Texas is getting like absolutely insane levels of heat. My parents were there visiting my grandmother, and they're telling me that the heat is in like 100 degrees, and I know Houston. I did actually the majority of my flight training there, and that place. No offense to anybody from Houston, is a absolute swamp. And if it's 100 degrees there, there's definitely all kinds of humidity. So I don't have particularly sensitive skin. I think I have really kind of baseline skin personally. It's not really sensitive to oils or anything like that. So my skin doesn't react to any soaps that I've tried so far. But I do have really bad heat sensitivity. My skin hates heat. And well, I've lived in all the wrong places, you know. But yeah, it just reacts really poorly when it gets hot. I get heat rashes. It starts breaking out. Yeah, it just gets really uncomfortable for me once the temperature starts going up. So I need to go someplace like when I get an airline job. Thinking of probably heading out to the Pacific Northwest. And my roommate in flight school was from Seattle, and I've never really been to Seattle. It actually sounds like a really good place, but I have never made fun of a place so much that I have never been before, just because that man just loves Seattle so much. Yeah, we always joked with him, and it was half a joke, and it was actually a little bit true, that the first thing people would know is his name, and then the next thing people would know is that he's from Seattle. So yeah, we just love to make fun of Seattle. And like I said, it actually looks like a really fun place, but because he was just so in love with Seattle, you know, my flight school was just a bunch of dudes. And it's like being on a sports team, or, you know, any place with a little bit too much testosterone. Whenever somebody really loves something, you just love to put that thing down. We're gonna finish with fine Italian citrus. Probably gonna wear some Aqua di Parma today, but yeah, so enough of my rambling. Talk about the shave a little bit. You know, excellent. See the kind of feedback we get. Oh, just a little bit. Nothing too bad. The smell on the aftershave, though, much closer to Aqua di Parma. The citrus in the aftershave really comes out. I think the citrus in the fine soap doesn't stand out so much. So that's what makes it a little bit closer to the Colonia Balsamica, because if I remember correctly, there aren't a ton of citrus notes. I think there might only be one or two. So it's a little bit more of the like the lavender, and I think there's a little bit of musk or something. I can check the scent notes, and or you know, someone else can check the scent notes if they're interested. I should probably have that up if I'm going to talk about scents. I'm terrible at that. But yeah, so 28 minutes. This is probably going to be one of my longer videos. I'm rambling. I'm starting to talk fast. So I'll wrap it up right here. Just get a little bit more coffee in my pew-pew. And we'll wrap it up there. So I hope everybody has a good Tuesday. For some of you, it'll be your first day back at work, so have fun. But yeah, I hope everybody had a good weekend and a good start to their week. And I'll see you all later.